And good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. I'm standing here this morning looking at a table just full of parts. Don't even look at those. Those are super old. Covered in dust, waiting on me to get to them. So what we have here is going to go on this car today, hopefully, mostly today. This is just our IROC-Z Track Pack. So it's a front splitter, so that we have like 3 different splitters for this car. Your choice of front splitter. Gives you better downforce, looks better, protects your bumper. I went with the optional side canards as well, we'll show you. You have your choice of grills. I went with the IROC-Z Heritage style because I designed it. And then you have your choice of spoilers, and this is our ZR28 style with a notch. So this is like a blade style spoiler for the Camaro. This one has a notch on it. So they are all going on this car. First thing I'm going to do is I do have to drill into this spoiler. To mount the other spoiler, so I'm gonna rack my brain from 20 years ago when I used to do this and try to remember what the best way to transfer the outline of 2, 4, 6 holes on the bottom of this spoiler onto the top of this spoiler so that you can drill it and get it on here. So I'm gonna get to thinking. I'll show you what I come up with. Alright, so you can see here the pattern that I'm trying to transfer in is these 2 holes, these 2 holes, and these 2 holes. So I need to get that pattern perfectly on the bottom top of this spoiler to drill. So currently my thought process is I'm going to cut some pieces of white paper, tape them on here, mark the holes, flip the spoiler over, fold the paper down, tape it to the other spoiler, and hopefully transfer these patterns. Here's what that looks like. I just taped paper on both sides so that I can tape this part down and pull that part off. I used a pen just to poke my holes, put my spoiler bolts in here, and that's it. So now I'm just going to pick this guy up. I'm going to transfer it onto here, get it in the right spot, and then I'll fold these edges down, tape them onto that spoiler, and then these should just peel right off like that. Alright, let's give it a shot. Switch this in. Okay, so I've got it set up on a couple of chairs, simply so that I can put the spoiler on here and get underneath to bolt these bolts in. You have to take it off the car to be able to access 2 holes that allow you to get in here. However, it needs to be in this position so the spoiler can sit on top and you can bolt it in. So that's what I'm doing here.
Okay, she's ready. what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip the camera around and show you what I had to do to make this easier and not like screw things up.
And here we are back. So the spoiler's all mounted. What I wanted to do was show you that I had to drill some access holes to make this easier. There were access holes here. There was this one, but it wasn't cutting it. So let me flip it around and show you what I did. Okay, so if I can get a focus, I ended up drilling an access hole to the side of this access hole, as well as this. Actually, no, I started this access hole and then had to make it over here. So don't be Mark, drill over here. And then I had to elongate this one. Same thing over here. I had to elongate this hole to get down in there. And then I had to make an access hole over here. So I'm going to clean up the back of the car and get this bad boy on here. Okay, and that's it. She is all installed. This is what you'd call just like a test fit, so that it's in place. The body shop would take it back apart, do any final sanding, painting, fitting, getting her just perfect, but she lines up pretty darn good. Body shops could play with it a little bit, but I mean, on this situation, there's not really much to play with. I'd probably bolted it down here. I got a little debris in there, so that needs to be cleared and bolted down more, but the fitment's good. Okay, let's flip it around and close this video out. Alright guys, there she is. There's my kid screaming. One of them. That looks good. I want to go in here and paint this Berger panel black as well, the rear filler panel. However, today was just about getting this thing bolted on, making sure it fits well. Now I need to go to the hardware store and get some brake lights, but I also am going to pick up some paint, so I can do that later. But just to wrap it out, there she is. It's not really hard to put on. It just took me a while to remember the tricks to make it easier, and getting yourself one of these conical drill bits will help quite a bit. So this step drill bit, this conical bit, it's really just going to help you get in there, make openings, make holes, not have to change your bits out, not worry about the depth. This will make your life much easier. If you have one of these, I don't think you need a body shop to install it. If you don't, I don't want you like trying to get tools in there at a certain angle and get in the hole, because it's just you're gonna cross thread it. It's gonna come out. It's not gonna be good. Pick one of these up for like $10, $15 tops, for a decent one at like Harbor Freight, and make some access holes, and then it'll bolt on just fine. They go in at kind of angles. Originally, LG Motorsports wanted to make sure this thing stayed as tight in the right places as possible, so we didn't want to change any of the mounting holes per se to make the mounting easier. I just want to figure out the easiest way for you to do it. So if you get some paper, make a template, lay it down, drill some holes, give yourself a little wiggle room, I think you'll be good to go. So I'm going to wash her up, flip it around, get some pictures, and show you what she looks like.